Hey, welcome to SG Ammo's shooting range here as we test fire Federal pistol caliber carbine 9mm 130 grain total synthetic jacket. It's got a polymer red jacket over a lead core there. So they just take basically a cast bullet and coat it in a thin layer of polymer, and it acts like a full metal jacket. So it keeps your gun clean, fully encapsulates the bullet so it doesn't leave any lead fouling from melting lead off the back of the bullets. Totally covered. So nice and clean stuff for using in your suppressors. And we're going to run it today through our MP5 SD and our Colt 9mm M16. So these are two guns I like to play with, although we usually use the shorty barrel on this one. We have the carbine length barrel there. So we're just testing function today. We're not going to do velocity or accuracy or anything like that. The MP5 is super picky on flat nose projectiles, and while this has a little bit of round to it, it isn't a round nose in my opinion. It is a flat nose, so we might get a bunch of stoppages with that. We had some real frustrating tests in the past using flat nose in the MP5. So let's start with the M16 and see how that does. All right, here we go. And we're empty. All right, now time for the MP5 SD. And we're empty. It ran perfectly. All right, that concludes today's test of Federal 9mm Luger Syntech PCC. That's pistol caliber carbine, made for longer barrel systems in 9mm like this here, this Colt M16. It has a 16-inch barrel. We also tested this MP5 SD. I'm honestly not sure how long that barrel is in there. I'm guessing it's probably 6 to 8 inches or something like that before it turns into a suppressor, but I could be wrong on that. Still, they rate this at 1,140 feet per second, but I could tell you in that MP5 with that shorter suppressed barrel that it remains subsonic, or it sure sounded like it did to me. We're not going to velocity test it today, but we did enjoy shooting it, and we did get perfect function in both of these guns. So the MP5 was just really picky about flat point bullets, and this bullet projectile profile is, I would call it flat point, but it's still slightly rounded. Well, that little bit of rounding seemed to work well, and the ammo fed as it should. So we hope you enjoyed this test, and if you have a 9mm carbine, you might consider Federal Syntech PCC. It's a good product that's been optimized just for those guns rather than most 9mm, which is optimized for a very short pistol barrel. So this stuff, it worked very well, and we enjoyed the product, and thanks for joining us today.